Hi you guys, what's up? What's going on? How's y'all day? So I just want to be able to talk about like the real life, like what's really going on. Why are you deciding to quit social media? Why are so many people are quitting social media? And I just want to dive into it. Did you know that 1,000 people are quitting social media every day? 1,000 people are quitting social media every day. Can you, is that like the thing now? But so many people are quitting social media, and it's crazy to even think about the simple fact that people are quitting social media due to the fact that it's so integrated into our lifestyle. Why? You know, the why to the why. So I kind of want to just go into first thing first is privacy concerns. A lot of people are really concerned about their privacy and the settings and how these laws are coming into place and how apps are really digging into just about everything of what you have. They are literally studying us on a constant daily basis. So you have to think about that. That can affect someone. Like that really can affect someone. And do you really want the government to really just have that full on, just be open to everything you got going on? Do you really want them to have access to everything you got going on? Make sure when they ask, do you want this? Do you want that? Do you have permission? Do I have permission? And I answer it accordingly. I already know a few of my information is already provided on the internet. I already know that, point blank period. I feel like all of us, everyone, unless you like literally isolated from having a phone, by all means, they have some type of access, or you have like a trap phone. They have some type of access outside of that. So it's like knowing that I have a smartphone, knowing that I had apps, you know, prior, you know, just think about that. I'm just letting that sit for a moment. Like, dang, they really done had like. But anyway, with the increased amount of personal information shared on social media, individuals have been super concerned about their privacy and the potential of the misuse of their data. Like, you just think about it. You're giving access to these platforms and not unknowingly or know that there's a possibility they may use it for other things. As you all know that like the AI is definitely growing, and who knows, they could be using your voice for certain things. They could be using your images for certain things, you know? So it's like, you think about that, that is crazy. And it's sold to advertisers for a lot of things. And you think about, okay, how does my phone, I go on the app, how do they even know this? How do they know that? How do they know this? Oh, trust me, your phone is snitching on you as we speak. You know, the more we get involved with our phones and our social media platforms, you'll be surprised at how much the phone knows us better than we know ourselves. So just keep that in mind as well. Like, people don't want to think about it, but I'm gonna need y'all to think about it, because the way this world is about to turn around in the next 10 years, I need y'all to be ready, okay? When are we gonna take back control of our own privacy, basically, you know? When are we gonna be able to tackle all of that? So, though that is like one of the reasons as to why people are quitting social media. And then going into second is a mental health, like your mental health, the impact it creates. Excessive use of social media can contribute to feelings of anxiety, depression, self-esteem, low self-esteem, comparisons. Why is this person's life better than my life, or why this is not happening in my life, you know? And it's the constant comparing of one another. It can affect your mental well-being. And you know, with me myself, I feel like there has been moments where I had to really take a step back. I have had social media breaks a couple of times because I feel like it's necessary for me and my well-being. And that's just more so that I'll go into details as to why in the next video. I'll go into details as to actual benefits to a social media detox and a break and whatnot. So I'm gonna leave that for that. But your mental health, it can affect your mental health. And a lot of people, you know, are constantly dealing with that battle, that self battle, while they're on social media platforms, and then also creating unrealistic lives. You know, people post what they want to post, and we have to think about that, the better side of their lives rather than their struggles and XYZ. So we go based off of that model, and it's like, ooh, something is wrong with me. But in reality, we're all going through those phases in life. We just share certain moments, you know, and we have to take consideration that mentally. So, you know, this can cause a lot of emotions, different emotions, when it comes to being on platforms and seeing certain things and stuff like that and compare one another. So those are, you know, it's real out here. Also, time consumption. We spend so many hours on social media. We spend time scrolling, just scrolling, and time is literally flying by, and we're constantly always scrolling, and it's just like, when are you going to stop? You know, you have to be able to be realistic with yourself, be real with yourself, hold yourself accountable, and be like, oh my God, I was supposed to work on this assignment. Oh my goodness, I was supposed to oh my goodness, I was supposed to cook. And time flew by because you decided to continue to scroll. Make it make sense. But that is some of the reason as to why people are quitting social media, because they see the amount of time they put into scrolling, and then look at their daily lives and be like, wait, something is not right. Because you have to think about it. When you're constantly scrolling, we're on TikTok scrolling, we're on Instagram scrolling, we're on Facebook scrolling, we're on even YouTube scrolling, and it's like constantly just scrolling, and time is flying. Like literally, time is not waiting on us. It's gonna continue. So you have to take that step back and be productive. You know, productivity has to increase. Social media platforms are designed to be addictive, okay? That's how it's supposed to be. That's how they want it to be. And often leading to excessive time spent scrolling through feeds. This can result in decreased productivity and a lack of focus on other important aspects of your life. So you have to think about it. And y'all, I got my notes, so I'm like looking up and down, but I don't have my other tripod that keeps my scripts in line. So y'all bear with me while I'm looking up and down, but that is a major result as to why people are also leaving social media, because we're not being productive with our lives. And the whole goal and intent for these social media platform is to have us wrapped around their arms, like tight, to where we're constantly trying to keep up with all the updates, the news, and the different videos, the trends, and X, Y, and Z. It's just a lot going on, and they do this on purpose. So we have to really be mindful of the fact that we're being set up out here, okay? We're being set up out here, and how you utilize it and how you tackle it, oh my goodness, it's going to make a difference. It's going to make a huge difference. Social media can be a breeding ground for cyberbullying, for harassment, and negativity. Some individuals choose to quit social media to escape these toxic environments and protect their mental health. Other downside of social media is the impact on mental health. Studies have shown that excessive online activities can contribute to feeling of loneliness and depression. Unhealthy comparisons, cyberbullying, and the constant need for validation can take a toll on our happiness and our well-being. And that is true. Like, you know, it's so much negativity going on in social media, but there's also great things as well. So I'm not about to downplay any goodness out of it. I just want to include the reason as to why people are choosing to take an exit and going into the fear of missing out. The constant streams of updates and highlights on social media can create a fear of missing out on events, experience, or opportunities. This pressure to consistently be connected can be overwhelming for some individuals, leading them to quit social media to alleviate this anxiety. And I can say I have personally dealt with that, where I feel like I want to go into vlogging, but at the same time, I want to be involved in the experience and the events and really just enjoying it at its full max. So how can I balance that out without having to pull out my phone to record, without having to do XYZ that's going to intervene with the actual moment? So that's something that I tend to battle with also, because it's like I want to grow into my content, but also I want to live in the moment. So it's like an off and on battle for me. So that's why sometimes when I do take a social media break, it's kind of like a relief. And also, once I do dive in, I still take account of the fact, let's still enjoy this experience. So it kind of goes hand in hand. So I can personally feel like I dealt with the fear of missing out. Like, oh, let me not, you know, like, but I somehow in some way try to find a balance in the midst and not having that fear, you know, be in the way, because we don't want fear. We don't like fear. Like, it's just time to free ourselves from this toxic cycle. So overall, we just need to be able to free ourselves from being addicted to scrolling, being addicted to comparison on social media, being able to really just refresh, take a refreshment, but really just be able to tackle these battles and knowing that we want to create a better lifestyle for ourselves. We want to create a change for ourselves, and we don't want anything to really be in the way of that, if you know what I'm saying. We don't want to be addicted to something that is going to intervene with our personal growth. We don't want that, because you and I have seen someone lifestyle went from 0 to 100 real quick, and you start figuring out like, wow, I literally watched this person elevate. And it's like, what are you doing to achieve your goals? What are you doing to create the vision that is planted and sold in you? Let's break free from the shackles of social media and embrace a life beyond the screens. It's time to prioritize our mental well-being, to protect our privacy, and to find true connections in the real world. So like I said, I'm going to create another video as to what's the actual benefits to why having a social media detox is important and personally valuable to me, and I hope it is to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all in my next one.